Hey, what's going on everybody? JD here, back after 2 years of a content creation drought. I hope you've all been doing very well. My family and I have. We've been traveling the United States for the past year and a half in an RV, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if we're going to continue to do so or not, but we're really enjoying it and we'd like to. That being said, I felt it was time to get back into the content creation world, as it is something that I'm very passionate about and enjoy quite a bit. So I figured if we were going to have to start over, why not start where we began? Modded Minecraft. And the pack that I'll be playing is Nomifactory GregTech Community Edition Unofficial. I've heard a lot of good things about this pack. It's an expert mode pack, and I've heard that it's quite difficult. We'll be playing the pack in single player mode, no servers this time, so no free resources. I do have one additional mod added to the pack. It's called Simple World Timer, and all it does is put a small timer down in the bottom of the screen or wherever you configure it that allows you to see how long you have been playing since this world began. As always, with all of my content, this will be live streamed on my channel, Twitch TV/JDon77, so by all means stop by and say hi. I'd love to chat with you. If you do find yourself enjoying the content here on YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd hit that like button, or even better it'd be if you smash that subscribe button. If you find yourself not enjoying the content, by all means leave a comment, let me know what I can do to improve it to your liking. That being said, let's get our first world created and dive into Nomifactory. So Nomifactory is intended to be played in a Lost Cities dimension. You do have the option to go to a default or a custom world if that's more to your liking, and there are methods in those worlds that will allow you to arrive at the Lost Cities dimension. But we're going to go with the default setup and just start off in Lost Cities. So let's get this thing rolling and we'll get in game. Alright guys, welcome to Nomifactory. Now, this is an expert mode mod pack, and as such, we're going to want to start off by looking at our quest guide and seeing what's available to us. The very first quest in this pack is going to be labeled as Genesis, and it functions to inform you that Nomifactory is intended to be played in a Lost Cities or Overworld dimension. It also gives you a heads up that if you're playing in a party, you're going to want to make sure to invite friends into the questbook party so that you can all gain credit for the quests that are done. There are also void cakes placed in the world and eaten to be sent to the void world in case you'd want to build your base there instead of in the Lost Cities or Overworld dimension. Next, it lets you know that there are new features and that the community edition of the pack will highlight them in dark green. For completion of this quest, we're going to get 4 diamond mining hammers, an electric prospector scanner, a void world cake, and an overworld cake. Now from there, we're going to get access to 3 additional quests on our main quest line and a bunch of readme quests over to the left. I'm not going to open each of the readme quests and go through them right now, but a brief summary of them reads something like this. The first one is for claiming your chunks using Feed the Beast utilities, how to use JEI, which is just enough items, crafting calculators for calculating overall resource costs, effortless building, and how to interact with the mod, Lost Cities and registering homes, the Discord and GitHubs for this pack, as well as the GregTech terminal, which is basically the guidebook for the overall GregTech mod pack. Then there's the Progressions tab, which exists inside of our questbook and serves to guide you through where you are in the pack currently. Here you'll find this lovely little Inspector Gadget quest. We'll worry about that one later. We're going to start off by taking our first free cake from the cake-based dimensional transit quest. Every hour, this quest is repeatable, and you get to choose either an overworld cake or a void cake. We're going to be taking the void world cakes most of the time, as to refilling them requires pulsating dust, and in the early game that is not very easy to get. In the end, it doesn't really matter which one we take. They're more of a get out of jail free card, but since we only need oak saplings to refill the overworld one, the next quest will be for storage drawers. If you build a basic drawer, a framed drawer, and a framing table, you'll have the basis for starting your inventory storage system, and you'll get a Nami nickel. Nami nickels are one of the currencies in this pack that you can use to buy a lot of different resources in-game, and you're going to have lots of ways to obtain these. The third quest in is the quest that will unlock the majority of our next steps in progression, and the main storyline. It is Iron Supply. Here we're informed that in this pack ore spawns in veins, and we need to use the electric prospectors to go find these veins. Iron can be found in veins of magnetite, pyrite will contain copper, and there are many other ore-bearing minerals out there. It's important to note that wrought iron is obtained simply by smelting iron a second time. So we'll knock out these 2 quests, and then as usual, in Minecraft, it's time to punch trees. So now that we've gathered up 5 wood logs, let's go ahead and do our initial crafts. I'm going to convert my logs to planks. Then with the planks, we'll craft a table and some sticks. Now that I have the sticks, I can craft a sign, a wooden axe, and a sword. We can now pick up the crafting table and combine it with the sign to create a crafting table on a stick, which is a mobile crafting station, and a huge overall boost to our quality of life. And with that taken care of, it's time to bring down some more trees. Let's get to it. So there are a lot of sheep near me, and I think getting some wool would be a good idea. I believe wooden shears are a thing in this pack, so let's check real quick. Yeah, right there. Alright, let's make a set of wooden shears, and we're going to get ourselves some wool right quick from these sheep, and then we'll get back to our decimation of the forest. So just putting 2 logs together in the crafting window will yield us 16 sticks. If we take 8 of those sticks, we can set 4 up to make a wooden gear, and the other 4 we can use to combine with that gear to make our shears. With that, we can snip some sheep. Gotta love getting some wool. Nice and warm. And would you look at that? There's an anvil right there just waiting to be claimed. Sadly, we don't have a pickaxe, so we can't pick up the anvil. Yet. That's okay though, we'll come back here in just a minute. Probably going to be a good idea to go ahead and get some cobblestone to craft with. And look at that. We have found some coal alongside our cobble. I definitely won't turn down free coal. Now that we've got some stone on hand, let's go ahead and make a stone pickaxe to collect our anvil with. I'm going to make 2 because we'll need another for a recipe I'd like to do. I'm also going to go ahead and replace our wooden axe, and even though we haven't used it yet, I'm just going to go ahead and toss out this wooden sword and replace it with a stone sword. The wooden sword's kind of a piece of crap anyway. Alright, score 1 anvil for the good guys. We'll take this home and get it set up whenever we find a home. I am hearing a lot of spiders, and yep, there's a spider spawner. Just destroyed it under that wall. But I'm not really ready to tangle with these spiders, so let's make a tactical retreat. We'll head back around to deal with these little bad sons of guns in a bit. Alright, I'm going to give the old sheep one more snip. It's getting close to evening time, so we should probably start looking for some accommodations for the evening. Here's another sheep. Hey, this might be a good little spot to set up. Look at that. 2 more spider spawners right here in my possible humble new abode. Let's collect these right quick. There is a furnace and a brewing stand on hand, as well as some tastefully chosen books. I'm going to use these additional signs that I've created to create some fuel. And we'll make a bed right quick using this sexy black wool, because you know it's the black bed, and it's the fanciest. At this point, we're going to go ahead and make use of our /sethome command so that we can teleport back to this position as well. Alright, now that I've got a little bit of coal, let's go ahead and craft an additional furnace. I'll place our anvil, and with some of this coal that we're making, we're going to make some torches here shortly. Let's make a few chests first. We're going to use the log recipe to get 4 chests from 8 logs, so that's quite efficient in my opinion. Then we'll go ahead and smelt these spawner shards so that we can get some iron out of them. Oof, that was a mistake. I probably should have broken that coal down into tiny coals so that I could unit by unit smelt them, since there are only 2 units available. But we'll take advantage of the fact that we burned a whole unit of coal and throw the rest of these logs in as soon as that finishes melting, so it's not a big deal. We might miss 1 smelt overall. Let's go ahead and empty out our inventory so that we have more space to operate. And we are in business, my friends. We've got a small base going, and we're ready to start looking for fun. So if we take our sword and some of these saplings, we can put them together and create plant fiber. Once we have the plant fiber, we can craft 2 things, string or rope. If we put 2 plant fiber in the window, we'll get 3 string back. If we put 3 plant fiber in the window, we will get back 1 rope. We want to take 2 ropes, some sticks, and a stone pickaxe, and you'll notice it doesn't work unless the stone pickaxe is at full durability, and we will get a wooden hook. The hook is exactly what you're thinking. It's a hook shot, or whatever you want to call it, but it's a hook that works like hooks in Terraria do. So now we have the ability to hook shot around, climb things, which is super useful, and another huge quality of life improvement. Alright, so we're going to torch out the base, slay some spiders, and possibly go loot some chests. I'm going to put it up on power play mode and skip the boring parts for you guys, and we'll come back as I find the more interesting parts of the adventure to share with you. We have our first chest, this time yielding iron, emerald, ender pearl, bread, manganese, melon seeds, and lead. Not a bad first chest. Aw, yeah, 2 for 1, baby. Second chest located just above the first. This one has 5, count 'em, 5 emeralds, some string, a name tag, a ruby, some more bread, some zombie flesh, and 4 steel, along with some other rando loot here. I'm not going to loot too many of the Ender IO capacitors just yet. Alright, I see spawners in this building. Sounds like a job for my trusty hammer. Score 2 more for the good guys. Winning. Oh man, it's Skinny Pete. I used to steal this guy's lunch money. I wonder if he'll recognize me. He only understands if you speak to him like a pirate. Ahoy, Skinny Pete! Seems he was guarding spawners and some loot. Oh, Shiza! Let's check the box. Looks like, oh my, a pulsating ingot. Iron booties, 7 obsidian, 7 bronze, bread. Oh, that's some loot, my friends. Oh yeah, found them beefy boys. We got kettle, ladies and gentlemen, the good kind. This is going to help us out a good bit. I think we'll trap 2 of these and slaughter 2 of them so that we can come back later and breed these as we get more wheat available. We'll set another home location here so we can return easily, and then we'll head home after a successful loot run. Now that we've done some successful adventuring, we've come home with some additional spawner shards, and after melting those down, we'll now have enough iron to complete our next main quest. We'll just need to cook them into wrought iron. While those are cooking up, let's go looking for our good friend Oligochaeta, or more commonly known to you dudes as an earthworm. These little molecule munchers are going to help us grow our cattle industry amongst other things. Yay, we've completed iron supply for 5 Nominickels. This opens up a few quests including Furnace 2.0, Vein Mining Trees, Batch Crafting in Style, and Grappling Hook. We're going straight after that biggest, baddest axe for vein mining trees. I'm not going to make the iron one yet. In order to complete this, we're going to need our first GregTech tools, so we'll craft a wrought iron hammer. We'll use the hammer to craft some wrought iron plates. And with the plates and a stick, we'll make a file. Now that we've got our GT hammer and file, we can use some emeralds to make our first Lumberaxe. Yeah, buddy. Let's go put it to use. I've got wood. Waste not one thought, though. Let's replant a bit. Well, if you made it this far, all I can say is thanks. We got a lot done today. Our Lost Cities base is established, we've completed a few quests, gotten some fantastic quality of life upgrades, and at this point, we have a strong starting point to go out to resource harvesting next time. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making this one, as always. If you liked it, like it. If you want to see more like it, smash that subscribe button. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell me why. I'll see you in the next one as we continue our adventures. Later.